o'clock, Clays, and welcome to another episode of Rants of a Barca Girl. Thank you for joining me once again. It's been such a week, and not such a week as well. We're on international break, which means no football. And I tell you, I kid you not, I am having an addiction problem, guys. I can't even begin to explain. I am having serious addiction problem. I hate this international breaks. I don't know if you guys hate it as much as I do. I hate it. And there's been so much international break this year already. I just want to, I don't know. I just want to hit my head on the wall. I wouldn't do that, but I just want to. But the good news is that after this one, we won't get to experience another international break until March. Yeah, I mean, 3 months away, or we say 4 months, well, which is good, because the frequency of this international break is been damning, on the players, on we the fans. If it's this bad on we the fans, imagine how hard it is going to be on the players, on their mental health, on their physical health, especially, and there's been so much injury that you begin to worry that even, you start thinking, I think this international breaks too are adding to the whole problem. We've had a lot of injury this season already, and I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. And they would say, the country first, even before the club. So that's it. And on injury list, Flick had said Rafinha will be coming back after the break. Yee! Joan Garcia will be back. Joan Garcia is already training with the team. I've seen him training with the team. I haven't seen Rafinha yet, unfortunately. But I'm hopeful, guys. I'm hopeful. And he said tentatively as well, where Pedri might also be back after the international break. And guys, you don't know how much that would give me joy. Because remember, we are playing Atletico Madrid right immediately after the international. Atletico Bilbao. Sorry, guys. Bilbao. We're not playing Madrid yet. We're playing Madrid in December too, but yeah, Bilbao first. And remember the last game against Celta Vigo, the John got a red card, which means he's not going to be playing the next La Liga game. So I very wish that Pedro will be back. I wish he would be back, but I don't know. But in the absence of Pedri and De Jong for that game against Bilbao, I guess we will be seeing Casado. We have to step up. Maybe we'll see a bit of Mark Bana. We've not seen so much of Mark Bana at all. Maybe we would see more of Mark Bana for that game. I don't know. Maybe Fermin and Omo would not play their usual 10. I don't know how he's going to rotate the team for that game. But very curious. But I am just hopeful that Pedri will be back, that Rafinha will be back. Joan Garcia will definitely be back. He's already training with the team. Like I said, I haven't seen either Pedri or Rafinha train with the team yet. So, and then right after that, guys, we are going to Stamford Bridge. Guys, I keep saying to everybody that we cannot afford to lose to Chelsea. I cannot stand Chelsea fans. I repeat in capital letter, I cannot stand Chelsea fans. They are so mouthy. And guess what? The funny thing, I have them all around me. Somehow, I just have Chelsea fans all around. I can't seem to escape them one way or the other. I just can't seem to escape them. I can't. And you go on Twitter even before they mashed us in Champions League, they've been saying it for a very long time, how they're going to destroy our highline, how there's nothing special about Barcelona, scoring goals, how there's no big deal about Flick methodology, and they're going to destroy. So they were quite happy when they got us, because they've been going on and on and on and on. So this has been like a long thing. And I cannot, like I said, I cannot afford to lose to Chelsea. I can't. I don't even want to think about it. So that is a must-win game. First, because I can't stand their fans. 2, because we also have a lot at stake. We are fighting for the top 8, guys. And it has not been a very good Champions League campaign for us. We've already lost to PSG. And then somehow the unfortunate draw against Club Brugge. I don't know if it's unfortunate, because some people would say that's supposed to be a loss too for us. Maybe fortunate. I don't know. Unfortunate, because I went into that match thinking we were completely going to destroy Club Brugge. So I did not see it coming that we were going to have that tough a moment with Club Brugge. So that's why I used the word unfortunate. I thought that was like a 3 points. It's going to be like an easy 3 point for us. So I I was quite sad about that. So what that means going into the next Champions League game, which I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate, is with Chelsea. You know what? Means that we've lost to PSG and then we drew with Club Brugge. We are 5 points behind. 5 points. And guess what? With Chelsea too. They lost to Bayern Munich, and then I think they drew their last Champions League game as well, which means they are also 5 points behind. Everybody has something to prove. So for both Chelsea and Barca, it's going to be like a very, I don't want to use the word tough game, maybe use the word tough game, but a lot of expectation actually. Chelsea wants to get a 3 point out of it because it's very important to make the top 8. We have to get a 3 points out of it because it's very important to make the top 8 as well. So that's a match to look forward to. So like I said, I'm hoping Rafinha, Pedri, of course, Jean Garcia will be back for that game. That will be really, really exciting. I don't know what our lineup would be. Another thing I want to discuss now is the fact that now that Rashford is back, now that Rafinha is coming back, and all our full squads, first 11 are almost back, I have a question about Rashford because I'm part of those people. When he was coming in to play for Barcelona, I had very high hope for him. I wanted him to succeed, because of the way he left Manchester United. I had so much dreams for him in Barcelona. I wanted him to excel, just above all expectation. And to be honest, he has quite surprised me. And we can say he has surprised a whole lot of us because we didn't expect him to kick the ball rolling almost immediately. Especially he's turned up when we need someone the most. Rafinha went on injury, Lamy went on injury, and at that front, Rashford has been our most potent forward, why these people were on injury, and he has given us results. Against Newcastle, it was because of him that we won that UCL, a lot of assists as well. So he's been consistently delivering, and I think it's a good thing because we've come to see what he can do, especially when he's motivated. And I feel like we haven't even seen the best of him at all. So now that the whole squad is coming back, everybody is coming out of injury. Of course, Rafinha is back, and that's Rafinha's, post. That's his position. Rashford is playing Rafinha's position, of course. And the question now is that what happens to Rashford? What happens to Rashford in the sense that is he going back to the bench? Is he just going to be for sub? Because I'm sorry, guys. This is my opinion. I want us to be able to include Rashford in our 11 lineup. I don't know how Hansi Flick wants to do it, but I feel like there should be a room for him. He has shown himself. He has proven that yes, he's capable. And maybe it's me. I want to see a combination of Rafinha, Rashford, and Lamine. I am curious. I want us to kind of make that work, especially because Rafinha is so fast, Rashford is so fast, and I feel like if we're able to build a connection, if we're able to sync them or make something work in that regard, I feel like that might be a cheat code for us. So I don't want him to go back to the bench or for us to start using him as just like a sub. I want him to be part of our lineup. So over to you guys. What do you guys think about that? How do you think things are going to pan out now that Rafinha is coming back? What do you think, guys? So that's that about our lineup. And then another good news, I think I said it last week, is the fact that Camp Nou is coming, it's coming up the way we want it to. It's no longer news that the council granted us permission, 27,000 permission, attendance permission, they give us that consent. But the management has come to say, okay, we are not going back to Camp Nou until we get the 46,000 attendance, permission until we get that, because we want to sell tickets, and going back to Camp Nou and just selling 26,000 tickets, especially when we need that money, when we're desperately in need of that money, is something we don't think we want to do, which it makes sense because we are still struggling financially. We are super struggling. We can't even buy a defender. Everybody knows, Deco has said this January transfer window we shouldn't even think about defender, despite the fact that we need the way we need a defender, everything hinges on it, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen because we don't have money. So I understand the fact that they want Camp Nou, they want to get a larger capacity consent for Camp Nou before we move into that. But that being said, there's been news that we are going to hear back from the city council in 1 or 2 days, from now, maybe like, I don't know, maybe like on the 19th, 18th or 19th, we're going back to hear back. I am hoping that they've cleared us and, they've given us that consent and permission to be able, that everything is sorted and able to move into Camp Nou with 47,000 capacity. Because for me, I feel like that's quite important. I want the boys. The funny thing was that when last week, well, November 7th, when the boys went to Camp Nou to train live, and there were like 22,000 Barcelona fans in attendance. For most of those boys, it then dawned on me that this is like the first time they've been at Camp Nou. I'm telling you guys, most of those La Masia boys, that's the first time they've ever stepped. I'm thinking, oh my God, that's huge. For people like Dijon, Pedri, of course, they played at Camp Nou. I don't think Rafinha. I think Rafinha to play that. But for most of those boys, for Kubasi, for Lamine, for Femi, for all those boys, that's the first time they're playing at Camp Nou. And for Bade, Gerard Martin and the like, that's the first time they're coming to play in Camp Nou. I'm thinking, that's huge. So I kind of want us to move into Camp Nou as soon as possible, because I feel like we need that support, that atmosphere, that ambience, that noise. And guys, I know I'm probably jumping the gun, but I cannot wait for us to have 105,000 attendants. Oh God. How Camp Nou intimidates people. People have, teams have said it that, when they go to Camp Nou, they feel intimidated, the row, the noise, the atmosphere. I feel like we need that. The boys need that right now. We need that as much as possible. So I just want that to happen. So fingers crossed that maybe next week when I come here, when we talk on this podcast, I'm going to be giving you the news that, the boys are ready to move to Camp Nou, or our first game in Camp Nou will be this. I can't wait to give you that news. I can't wait. I know we are all excited about it. We've all been expecting it. Seems like it's never going to happen, but somehow it looks like it's happening. And then in another news, I'm sure you guys heard about Messi going to Camp Nou, in the dead of the night. Nobody saw it coming. He didn't even inform anybody. There was no news, there was no media attention, nothing. He just went dead of the night, and it was a mad nostalgia, because it was like, I miss this place. This is where my dream came true. This is where you guys made me feel happiest the most. And it's just so, I can't wait to come back to this place, not as a player, but it was just so touching, especially because of the way Messi left. We all know how Messi left, guys. I'm sure he was crying on live TV, and I was crying as well. The tears he just wouldn't stop. He wouldn't stop. And I know that for every Barcelona fan, every Barcelona fan, so at that point, if you're watching that, you would be crying. So, and I think one thing Laporta did wrong that I would never forgive him for was the way he handled the whole Messi saga. I felt like he could have handled it better, and I would never forgive him for doing that. I would never forgive Laporta for doing that. So, seeing him on Camp Nou and still knowing that he's still Barcelona at heart in all regard, and he has this, and he wants to come back, and he can't wait, and there's going to be a statue for him, which I can't wait to see, stand in front and snap a huge picture, and I want us to make a very big deal out of it. I want the management to make a big deal out of, Messi's return. I mean, we probably won't see him return as a player to Camp Nou. Come on, who are we kidding? That probably won't happen. But at least just returning and just celebrating Messi. I want them to make a big deal. I want them to sell a jersey, because I know he's going to sell. Like, get a jersey, make a big deal, make an occasion. If it's going to be a 1 week occasion, I don't mind. Someone like me will try to go to Spain for that, because it is Messi now, guys. It is Messi. Anyways, I know it's not even happening yet, because according to Laporta, that's going to be when we officially open Camp Nou, and I don't think that's going to happen until maybe 2026 or 2027. With the way they are going, probably 2028, safe, I don't know. But however it's going to happen, whenever it's going to happen, you bet your girl is going to be in attendance. I am going to, even if I have to scrape all the money in my bank account to make it happen, I am going there. Anyways, I'm just so excited for that. And then when the news broke that Messi went to Camp Nou in the dead of the night, you know how that every media, picked it up. It was much of a big deal. Anyway, I'm so happy for that. So the boys are on international break, and that's good news. we all know Lamine didn't go, Pedro didn't go, but we still have some boys on international break playing for their country, which is good. I hope they come back the way they left. 0 injury. I cannot pick another injury. So I think that's all the Barcelona fans, Barcelona news for now. I don't think there's anything else we haven't covered. So guys, until next week, just remember, keep dropping your review, keep following us on all our social media handles. We're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube. So just keep following and keep dropping your review here on Spotify, on Apple. It means the whole world to us, and keep engaging us. Your girl is always dropping videos all throughout the week. I'm always engaging. I'm always dropping Barcelona news, as it drops. I don't even let it cool at all. So just keep engaging the way you've been engaging. I'm really grateful for that. Until next week, guys, remember, good or bad, we rant. Bye, Clays.